Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Faith. This channel is usually like a writing channel, but today's video we're going to be talking a little bit about college. I feel like I haven't talked about college in like a while because like at first I thought I was going to have like a whole like college thing. I think we're going to move. I'm going to move you guys and then we'll have the rest of this. Wait, no, okay. I moved to my car, which is probably louder in here, but like, whatever. I moved here because, it was gonna be louder than my house, so like, I just decided to move here where it's quiet. I know you guys are tired of my sister's car, but whatever. And these red seats, but yeah. So basically in this video, throughout like my college thing, like, I have always wanted to just like make college videos, and then like, I think like, for the first week of college, I made like a first week of college vlog. I didn't like how it turned out because I didn't like the vlogging style of the video, but I still like want to do a college video. And so like what I've decided is to have a college video that is me, let me think. Well, okay, I know. Okay, me like at the end of this each semester talking about my classes I took, talking about like the workload and stuff, talking about just like what I got in the class, what grade I got, and just like this will be helpful for like, I don't know, people going into college or trying to see like what the workload is and just like things like that, because like I did not know a thing. 'Cause it's just like, I feel like people say like, oh, this is what college is like this is like the classes are easy as long as you do with this, that, and third. But it's like I want like specifics, and like anyone who wants specifics. And though I'm sharing my grades in this video, if I get any mean comments, then I'm gonna just like stop sharing my grades, which actually it depends on what it is, but like I low-key will stop doing that. But like if not, I'll just keep it there. But yeah, I just want to talk about the classes I took, the grade I got, and just like, yeah, the workload and stuff. And this is just like, I don't know, and anyone who's nosy in general, but like also just like people who are in, what is it, in high school going to college. Whoops, I had to check something. Anyways, so let me just, I don't know, move over here because I feel like this is where you guys can, there's something on the floor. Okay, so basically in this semester, my first semester of college, I took 4 classes, and I'll show you guys like my schedule of my classes, but I will also explain just like what my schedule was. So I'll probably put my schedule somewhere, unless I'm just like in the middle and just like, I can't see myself, it's the back of my camera. So yeah, so I took a, what is it, I'm a creative writing, and I'm thinking of either double majoring in African and African American studies, or just minoring in it. I don't know yet, but like that's just like what I'm thinking of. But like creative writing is just like one of my majors. So that's like a definite thing. But also at this semester, I was mostly taking general ed classes, and that's all there was to this semester. So the classes I took was what is it? Classical, ancient Greek. Like it was the first year writing requirement class. Then I took pre-calc. I took intro to African studies, and then I took German. So like, let's go through each of the classes and just like tell you just like what it was like. Okay, so the first class I took, and this is literally the most evil class ever, and this is specifically like just like not even why I'm making this video, because I always thought of making this video, but at the same time like this is what like I have to get my thoughts out on this class. It was what is it, it was called like ancient civilizations, and then like specifically it was like ancient Greece, because like I guess there's other like ancient civilizations that are just like taught maybe, but like this specifically was about ancient Greece. So basically every single first year writing course was gone, which, okay, they just like the school just emailed us, and I go to U of M, yeah, the University of Michigan. I'll probably have that in the video too, but like, yeah, but anyways, they just like emailed us saying, oh, there wasn't enough like first year writing classes, so we're gonna open up new ones, which it was like duh, like literally like every single first year writing class was closed, and it was just like, guys, like I don't know like what they were thinking. Like there was no classes opened, and I just, so like I had to take like one of those like random ones that I thought was gonna be easy. It was not easy. It was not easy. But it was like ancient Greeks, whatever, that class. And I said, okay, we're taking this class, it's not gonna be bad. And I took it. So basically in this class, it was a four class thing. Like we had 2 lectures on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 o'clock to 11:30, something like that. Wait, no, 10 to 11. I don't remember what the thing was. 10 to something. I stopped going to those classes, I can't lie. And then we had another one at 1, like then we had discussions at 1 through 2 on Tuesdays and Thursdays as well. Again, I'll have my schedule already like shown so that you guys can see what I'm talking about, because whatever. Okay, so basically in this class, we had, how the class worked was we had 3 essays that we had to get done throughout the semester, but then we also had like a revision essay to get done. So like we would write one essay, then we would get notes on it, and then we would revise the essay, and then it just kept going back and forth. And so we wrote like basically 3 essays, but also just like we submitted 6 essay assignments, if that makes sense. And it's like if you actually did the revision, then I guess like that it would be like 6 essays. The reading workload was just like, how many books did we read? Oh, this is visible. We read how many books? We read the Iliad, I think. We read some random like book by Thucydides. Then we read like 3 books, so like we read like 5 books in total. That should be it. Yeah, I think that's all we read. So like 5 books, 6 essays kind of, and that was the workload. When I read the syllabus, I saw that. And now let's just actually talk about the individual like class and just like whatever. Okay, so basically the lectures were useless. Like I did not go to lectures after like one time, just like I think like a month after college I got sick, and then I just didn't go to lectures and I never went again, because the lectures were just like the most useless thing ever. Like I would go into class, I would just like go into the lectures, I would hear the teacher talk about like lecture things, and then after that like then I would go to the discussions, and it's like the discussion teacher was the person who was grading all of our work, but then he would basically be like, oh yeah, everything you learned in the lecture is useless. Like he wouldn't say that, but it was also just like it was useless. Like in fact, going to the lecture, I can't lie, that would even be a detriment to your education, unless you were just like doing it for just like the fun of the game. But like it truly was, because okay, like let me explain this teacher from hell. Like I truly hated him. So he was a GSI, and he was just like, I don't know, teaching the class. And so basically our first assignment, I'm new to college, you know, I'm sitting down, I'm like, okay, I don't know, this is college, let's go. Okay, so basically I came into the class, we had an assignment. This is when I should have dropped the class. I should have like just dropped the class at this point. He was basically like, okay, write a question. Like we were supposed to read a portion of the Iliad, and he was like, okay, ask a question about the book. So I said, oh, okay, just ask a question about the book. Okay, so then I wrote a question about the book, not thinking anything of it, because I was like, oh, okay, like it's just a question. Like I don't know why you want me to ask a question, but it was like a discussion post, right? We were supposed to write a question on the discussion post. This is my first time in college. I don't know what the, like when you say a question you mean a thesis. I didn't know that. So I think I wrote like, oh, like I put on a full sentence, even though I wasn't like, I was putting down like a full-on sentence, because I said, okay, like, you know what I mean, let me just like this is college. I feel like they're not asking me such a simple question. I knew it was a gotcha moment, but anyways, I wrote down my question, and I think my question was something like, it was about feminism. It was about like how, oh, the men are treating women like objects and stuff, because like they were calling the women trophies, whatever. So I said, oh, why does is that like a thing? Or I don't know, my question was just something random. It was something feminist based. It was something like that. So basically, when I came into class the next day, he had like all of the theses printed. He handed it out to everyone. Then he started reading the theses. He would just like give a couple of notes to them, and then he came at mine, and then he read it, and then, well, okay, wait, no. Let me first explain this. By the time I submitted my thesis, no, my question, I submitted it, and then I looked at everyone else's thesis, like, questions, and then I started to realize this was like a thesis. Like, this was like a full-on, like, if you were writing paragraphs, I was sitting down and I was like, what's going on? Like, you didn't tell us to do that. So I was looking at that and I was like, and there was like no way to edit it, so like I was just like stuck with my answer, and then like whatever. So I came into class after like 2 days, obviously Wednesday, and then Thursday came around, or something the other way around, I don't remember. I came into class, he handed out the papers with all of our theses or questions or whatever he said, and then he, like, by the time he got to mine, he started hysterically laughing. Like, he was just like laughing, and he's like, oh my gosh, like, what type of question is, I don't know, he was just like, I don't know, there was something up with him. And I was sitting down, I was so embarrassed. I was just like, and I was just trying not to cry, but like at the same time I was like, okay, you know what, this is my bad, but anyways, yeah, so like that's what happened. And then I was like, bro, I should have like left it at that point, because it's like, bro, you're clearly an evil person. Like, you should have said, like, you know what I mean, thought about like what the question you asked and said, hey, like, you know what I mean. But you know what, maybe that's my bad. Maybe if in an English class they asked me for a question, they really mean a thesis, and I'm just like stupid enough to just like not realize that. But you know what, I was just coming from high school. Like, I don't know, I was just in La La Land, and I was just clearly not there because whatever. Like, and that's literally like the most embarrassing thing that's ever happened to me. Anyways, and this was like the beginning of the year, so I'm just sitting down like, whatever. So basically that's what happened. And then what else happened? Okay, so then the class goes on, and he's also like a really cool teacher, which was like such a weird thing. I don't know, I probably shouldn't be calling them teachers, because they're like, he was a good cool GSI. Like, I don't know, teachers are a high school thing. He was like a cool GSI. I don't know, like, he was just like, he would be laughing, and he would be like, you know what I mean, kikiing. But at the same time, every single time he graded a thing, it was just like, buddy, like, what side of you is coming out? Because come on now, like, just leave us like alone, like, leave us alone. So basically, I think it wasn't until I wrote the first, okay, well, there was this guy in this class, and he left the class. So like, he knew what he was doing. Like, I can't lie, like, I was sitting down looking, and like, I know he saw the course load, and he just like saw the things. And I also should have left when I saw the syllabus. Like, I was looking at that syllabus, it was looking like way too much, and I should have just like seen that was way too much, and just like kept it pushing. It actually wasn't that much work, because I don't know, it just wasn't that much work. But it's just like, this teacher truly made it just like an evil class. So there was that. So I feel like this guy, he kind of left because, like, I don't know, you see the lecture work, and then you also see that like it's not gonna be easy, especially like the lecture just made it completely bad, whatever. So basically, I think it was like my first essay. I had written it. I think my thesis was also about just like women. I should have stopped with the feminist thing. I honestly should have stopped, because the things, honestly, with Greek literature, there's really nothing to talk about. Actually, not for me. I don't know. Like, I have like my go-to things. Like, I have racism, class. What else do I usually write about? Racism, class. Is there anything there? Mental health. Yeah, I think those are like my three things that I like always write about. And just like, I like, every time I'm given something, I'm always like able to pick apart something like that, and then just like put it into my essay. And so like, within the Greek thing, Greek, I call it the Greek class. It's not the Greek class, it's ancient Greek class, whatever. But within that class, there was nothing to pick apart from those three things, because like on the race front, none of them were black. On the, what is it? It's like you don't know anything about ancient Greek, so it's not like you can see who's in the right and the wrong, like, I don't know, for the different groups and anything. So it's just, I don't know, unless you had prior knowledge. And then like on the class front, everyone was just like, I don't know, what is it, fighters, whatever they were, I don't know, they were whatever that is. And so like there wasn't anything on that front. Mental health, that wasn't talked about like at all. Like, yeah, and when I say mental health, I mean like anything in the feeling department. So I guess grief could be a thing, but like also, actually I don't even think I would write about that. Like honestly, I rarely write about it. It's mostly class and race that I that I write about. So like basically I didn't have both of those things on my radar, so I was just like forced to figure out something else to write about. So I said, okay, let's talk about what is it, let's talk about feminism. That was literally the worst idea. Plus, don't mind my hair, I tried to refresh it, it did not work out well. But anyways, I tried to write like this essay about feminism, and I just wrote it, and I think my thesis was something like, oh, what was it? It was like something about like how women were treated in ancient Greek society, and just like how the book compares to ancient Greek society. Okay, what you have to understand about this class is that the lectures was just like a history lecture. The class was a English class. So like when you put those two together, like I'm assuming that these two things actually go together. Like, why do I have a lecture that does not connect to the class? And in fact, if you take any information from the lecture, you are going to be wrong. You can't take literally anything from that lecture, because like, first off, you have to cite your source, and then it's like you have to cite it from something else. Second off, well, I didn't cite anything. Second off, if you're just trying to say like, oh, how does this connect to history, you're not supposed to talk about history, because at the same time you don't know anything about history. So it's like, why are you doing that? So like it was honestly, that's why I say it was kind of detrimental to go to that lecture. Like, I can't lie, and maybe this is me making excuses where I didn't go to that lecture, but like, you know what, I'll say it here, I'll say it again, that lecture was useless. So I just like basically just stopped going to lectures. Basically he looked at my essay, he was mean about it. Like, I can't okay, so I went to the, what is it, Sweetland Writing Center, like after this essay, because like I was like, I don't know, and like the lady who was doing my essay or whatever, like helping me with my essay, she read the comments, and she was like, okay, first off, I want to say that these are mean comments, like I don't know why he did that. So even someone else like this college said that this teacher was being mean. Faith should have started reporting, you know what I mean, walking around just like running. I should have ran at that point. But I'm thinking like, oh no, like, and the thing is, this teacher was making it sound like, oh my gosh, it's because you went to a public school, and it's just like, if you go to public school, please, for the love of God, just like, I feel so bad for you, you're gonna have an awakening in college. But anyways, like, he was making it feel like it was just like this like thing where it was just like, and it's like, I went to like a pretty good high school, like I can't lie, like he was making it seem like that high school did literally nothing. And it's just like, after like all these, like this time, I've learned like that's not true. But he was sitting down here, and he was like, basically like, I don't know, he was mean in the let's call thing. And so I kept it. I rewrote the essay. I think I got a couple points for the like revised essay thing, a couple of points above. But at the same time, the reason why I hate the structure where it's just like, you write a first draft, you submit this first draft, they grade the first draft. First off, why are they grading a first draft if it's supposed to be a first draft, whatever? That first draft is really a finished draft. Second off, they would do like a revision thing, which the revision thing was just annoying, because honestly, you were not getting much points above like your original thing. Like, if you got like, I don't know, a 70 the first time around, you were getting like a 72 the second time around. And it's like, there was literally no point in just like doing that revision. Like, I can't lie, like you could just like do a couple of extra things and like it would be fine. So you could do like a couple of extra things and it would be the same result. You just get like a couple points up and then it would just like be gone. And it was like literally no point in just like really revising it. But like the first time around, I did completely revise it, got the same score and whatever. So this is another time. So like I'm basically complaining to everyone. Like I'm in a club called NBG or something. It's like notoriously black and gay. And like I'm talking to like the older people there, like they're like juniors, seniors. I really like them, like, but like, and I'm just talking about this class because I've been talking to everyone about this class, like, oh my gosh, these people, like, whatever. And basically they're just like, actually I don't know if this was after like my second essay when I talked to them about it or whatever. I don't remember when I went to that club meeting. I think it was like after the second essay, so like whatever. But like I talked to them about it and they were kind of just like, nah, like you have to fight for that B, because it's just like you can write the most mediocre essay and you should at least get a B, because it's like, I don't know, whatever. So they were talking to me about it, like, oh yeah, you like report him. I did not report him. Like, and it's like, even if it wasn't like for the score I got, it should have been just like for the fact that he was just like a mean teacher. But anyways, so the second essay rolls around. I write this essay. It's based on this book that's just like a nonfiction book by Thucydides, and my essay was just like about how Thucydides was did the best he could to be as objective as possible. So basically, in this thing, like every single time he rolled, like he would like pass around this paper and it would be like, come to office hours, like whatever. And I would always pass it along because I knew he was a mean teacher. Like, as like, and when I got those notes, I knew he was just like an evil guy. So I sat down and I said, no. But the second essay, we had to go to his office hours to get notes for just like the final paper. It was a part of our grade, so I had to go to office hours basically. So basically I roll around to office hours. Plus, let me not say that, but anyways, like I did cry like one time in the semester beforehand, but like this time I also cried. So basically I go into the office hours. He's basically giving the notes that he would give me like on paper in person. It's like, there's literally no point in you doing that. First off, he just like, I really hate this man. I don't know. Okay, so basically, and I guess I shouldn't be mean, but like, I don't care. It's just like, bro, it's my time to shine. It's like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna do that the whole semester, it's my turn. But basically, like, in the thing, he was just like, oh, first off, he misread the thing. He said like, oh, I was saying that Thucydides wasn't objective, or like, I don't know, he wasn't a good historian. Why would I say that? Like, I said it multiple times because in fact I repeat things and I know I repeated it, because honestly the note should be like, hey, Faith, stop repeating stuff, because I repeat stuff over and over again in essays, or at least that essay specifically, that point, because I was trying to reach the word count. So like I was repeating it over and over again. So there's no way that you like mistook my essay. Like, I don't know what essay he was trying to say. Anyways, I don't even know what happened. He started giving me notes. He was like, oh, you're still not at the college writing level, like go to the Sweetland Writing Center. So anyways, I just walked away from there and I just went into the bathroom. I started crying because I was like, bro, I freaking hate this class. Like, I am so sorry. Like, anyways, like, first off, the Sweetland Writing Center, I'm sorry, that place sucks. Like, I physically could not stay in that place. I feel like if you are brainstorming, maybe it would be good, but like, if you already have an essay, like the first time I did my first essay, like it didn't work out as well, because like, if you have like a first essay, like then they kind of just like can't do anything for you, because it's just like revisions are harder for them to work with, because it's just like they're gonna try to make you change like the whole essay, but at the same time you can't change the whole essay because that's how the class works. Like, you could not change your whole essay. Like, you could change points, but like the whole like essay in general had to be about the same thing. It was weird. Like, they said that if you did like a different essay, then you'd get points docked. Like like, it would be wrong. It wouldn't work out, whatever. So like, you weren't supposed to write a whole new essay, but like, I feel like the Sweetland Writing Center, they were trying to make me do that, but at the same time it's just like, you can't do that. So like, the revisions that they're going to say, it's going to be like, I don't know. And also, they don't have like the reading materials. They don't have like literally anything about like anything that's happening in the class. So it's just like, it's better to get it from your teacher. So whatever. And also, like, this teacher, like, I can't lie, he could not teach for his life. Like, I usually am not the person who's like, oh yeah, this teacher couldn't teach, they couldn't teach, because I feel like usually that's just like an excuse for like, oh, I failed this class, let me just be nice about it. You just like an excuse for like, oh yeah, this teacher just like, you failed the class, and then you're like, oh, the teacher couldn't teach anyways, like whatever. But this teacher, like, I can't lie, he could not teach. So usually I am the type of person, like, I try to learn in a class. Like, I sat down, like, I went to the class, I asked questions. I always ask questions. Like, I ask a million questions. In fact, you're probably going to get tired of me with all the questions I ask. But anyway, so I sat down. I was like, okay. So I went to this teacher. I was like, what was my question? I think it was like, what was it? Like, I was just like, oh, what was it? What essay are we supposed to write? What is it? I was like, okay, let me think. Okay, so basically I was like, okay, so how do I write a thesis? Like, I guess my brother is pumping gas, I don't know. Anyways, so basically I was like, how do I write like this thesis? Like, give me an example of a good thesis. He would just start rambling around to the point where it was just like, what are you talking about? Like, I don't know where he would go. And then it's like I would ask the question again, still no like clear answer. Like, it's just like he wouldn't, like, I asked you what the thesis is. Why are we going on a whole rant about just like how an essay shouldn't be about people, just like how feminism is just like how what's called Greek society was anti-feminist or like misogynistic or whatever. And it was just like, bro, that's not the question I asked you. I said, what would be a good what's called thesis? So he would not answer that question. And it's like I don't even think that they see, like, I feel like he, like, okay, I got like C's on like my essays or whatever. He would just like do this thing where I feel like he knew what the problem was, or it's like he knew there was a problem, he just didn't know how to answer how to fix the problem. And like I started to understand this like when I started asking more and more questions, but like it's just like he never seemed like he could answer it, because it's like every single time he would try, like he would just like get off topic, he'd start talking about something random, and it was just like, buddy, that's not the question I asked. I asked you how to do this. That like, and it's like he couldn't answer it. And so like it started to become clear, because it's like he would say stuff about the essay, and it's like, yeah, like if he's saying that my writing is C-level good, then fine, it can be C-level good. But the thing is, I don't think he could answer why it was C-level good, and I feel like I could not improve in that class because he could not just like I don't know, like he just like was in this own thing. And it's like I could take like a little points of his, like, oh, this the citations aren't right, or just like something like that, and I could take that and just like take it and keep pushing. But like for the, like, I could take that and keep it pushing, but like for improving, I couldn't do that because it was just like significantly, like the thesis is bad. Like I feel like it was just like the thesis is bad, but there was never any notes. Second off, I feel like when it came to his comments, I feel like they wouldn't sound as mean if he had good comments too. I feel like you have to do the, what is it, sandwich method, and or whatever it is, I don't know, have good comments and also bad comments, because you would read these comments that he put on my essay and you would think I got an E and I get a C, and it's like, bro, there was something good about the essay, so you might as well just say what the good thing was. Like I don't know why you're just like, I don't know, doing all this. So there was that, whatever. So yeah, and I feel like just, yeah. Ooh, are these like I don't know. That smells good. Okay, those were some things. Okay, so basically but he couldn't answer like why it was bad. So basically, like by the last essay, I kind of just like gave up. I kind of just like wrote this essay. It got like a C plus, and it's just like I never improved it in the class. I truly hated that class. I think that class is evil. Never in your life, if you are going to U of M, do not take the ancient Greek whatever class. And the thing is, actually, I feel like the class could have been better if I had another teacher. So basically, like there's this teacher like beforehand, like before us, and like I was sitting, like I came to the class early, right? So I sat down and I just like listened to the teacher because like she was kind of running late and like she was talking to her other students, and I saw that teacher and I started to realize my B plus, my B, like my B in general was just fucking Roy. I saw a B in my future, or just like in my past, or just like what could have been a B. Like I watched it walk away and I started to realize it was the teacher. Like I don't know, like it's just like I could feel it in my bones, like I could feel it in my neck. But anyways, I could feel it because I was just like, I don't know. He was just a weirdo. Like I don't know. I didn't like him. I should have reported him just like for just like the things he said in the beginning and whatever. And on my last essay, he did the same thing where he was just like, what is it? What did he say about the essay? He said something about like how I said that in one of the trials that it wasn't a debate. No, I was saying that it was that he lost. No, he said that I said that whoever was arguing in the debate, Sakafras, I don't know, the one with the S or something, lost in the debate because he didn't use a certain device. That is not what I said at all. Like in fact, like I physically don't understand how you got that from it. I don't know. Like I truly do not understand where you got that from, because I did not say that. And it's just like I try to read my essay and try to understand where he was coming from. I don't know if he's just reading a bunch of other essays and then he reads mine and then he's like, he gets a little confused, but like I don't know. Like I did not say that at all. Like I said, in fact, like I didn't say anything about the results of this called debate. I was just talking about rhetorical devices and just like how they aided in arguments. I did not have like an ending result of just like how any argument ended. Like literally, like there is no way you got that. Anyways, so I got that grade and then I just kept it pushing, and then I got like a C in the class. Before the last day of that class, I asked him like, okay, when are we getting our participation grades? Because I knew he was going to withhold the participation grades so he could lower people's grades that he wanted to lower, and like maybe even like increase people's grades he wanted to increase. So basically, like I deserved a 5. Like literally every single day in class I would be answering questions, and then he would like low-key like be mean about it. Like I don't know, he would just be like, oh, like start laughing like if you asked a dumb question. Like in fact it was judgmental to talk in that class. Like it was just like that thing was just like I was just embarrassing myself just for the love of just for the grade. Like I don't know. So I deserved a 5. I don't care, I deserved that 5. So basically at the end of the semester, like by the time he had graded everything, I guess like if I had gotten that 5 I would have gotten a C plus. He ended up giving a 4.5 so I could get the C. Like I don't know, I feel like he did it for that reason, because I don't care. Like I don't know, I knew who was evil, I knew who was going to try to do something like that, and that's why I asked. He ended up doing that. I don't know, he was just weird. Like I don't know, I guess he just like had a grade in mind. And then also like according to this called syllabus or whatever the thing, I feel like he was trying to like give people a certain grade on the essay without just like looking at the the rubric. Because like I don't know, like he would just like have a specific grade and then in mind, like he would say, okay, this essay is C level, B level, or whatever, I'm assuming. And then he would just like and then I feel like he just like sat down and then he was just like, okay, this is C level, and then he just like put whatever grades he needed on the rubric to get me a C, or just like to get people just like whatever grade he wanted. Like I feel like that's how he functioned, because I worked in like other classes or whatever, and I realized they were going purely off of the rubric, not off of the just like essay. And I feel like that's just like what was happening in that class. I don't know, it was weird because like there would be like things that like I would look at and it was just like there is no way, like for example, like the thesis shouldn't have like, let's pretend the thesis shouldn't be like a 7, it should be like a 10, because like I don't know, the thesis is there, I don't know, something random like that, whatever. It was just like weird, whatever. And the things I realized that this teacher was especially just like, I don't know, whatever he was, because like I remember other people in the class were sitting down like they were like, oh, what's the grade average of this class? And then I think he said like a B or something, and then the person was like, what about specifically for this class specifically? And it's like that's how I knew that he was giving people lower grades. I feel like when someone like got their results for like essay, they started crying, and I was starting to realize, it was just me, because it just like looked like it was just you. And then it's just like, and like the Sweetland Writing Center, they were like accustomed to like people being in like the what is it, civil Greek, whatever it was called, class, just like coming to the Sweetland Writing Center, and that's how I kind of just like knew that it was just like low-key him. So, and just like in general, just like I don't know, maybe that class, I don't know if it's just like the what the other GSIs were like, but like it was clearly like a problem when people from that class were coming to that place. So there was that, and yeah, I hated that class. That class was evil. If you ever just feel like a teacher is GSI professor, whatever, is bullying you, go to the dean, go to whatever, because at this point you will suffer. In the beginning, if you start to realize something's off, switch the class. Like in high school, I know switching a class was just kind of like a weird thing, because it was just like there's no point in doing it. I don't know. In high school, it was like a different ball game. In college, switch it fast. Just go ahead and switch and just keep it pushing, because like you will suffer and you will regret it and you will just like freaking hate it for the rest of just like whatever. And they will play with you, and it's just like if it's bad now, it's gonna be worse later. So just like leave it alone, stop, and just whatever. So like I don't know. I guess that was the story of that. Just like evil GSI. And I've always said this, like I feel like GSIs are going to be meaner than professors. Like all my professors were such nice people, like because I feel like professors, they have so much experience with kids. They've gotten reported a couple of times. They also just like know the writing level of just like people our age, because like they've seen it over and over and over again, versus like a GSI or something where it's just like this is their first time just like looking at writing products, I'm assuming, and it's just like they're just like, oh my gosh, like this is the worst thing to ever exist. This isn't graduate level good, because like I don't know, I've always said that student teachers, like just like whatever, there's people, they're literally the meanest people, and I've always said this, like I don't know, I've never liked them, and I don't know, I never will. Like, and if you are one, then just be kind. But anyways, so yeah, there's that class. Now on to the next class. My next class was what was it, pre-calc. So I took pre-calc. I luckily didn't need to take the class. I don't know, maybe I needed to take the class, maybe I didn't, but anyways, I took the class. I took pre-calc, what is it, and it was at 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Is that true? Yes, 11:30. Wait, yes, 11:30 to 1 o'clock. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Basically, the class was okay. So how the class was structured was we had these videos that we had to watch before the class, and then we would come to class, and then basically like we would do worksheets based on what we learned on the video before the class. The class was very simple. I liked it. I don't know, like I was really good at it. I answered questions, and it was a simple class. Low-key, what I did hate about it was that there was these things called mastery quizzes, and plus I recommend watching the videos, because like towards the end of the semester, like I started just like not watching the videos, and that just like I don't know, like I feel like that contributed to my like last my finals being just like really really bad, because like I just didn't watch them, and it's like I never watched them, and then it's just like I was also late to class. I don't know, the end of the semester I was getting burnt out. It started to get like bad or whatever, so like I would recommend like watching those videos. And it's like everyone who didn't watch the video in the class, they would be confused, versus the people who did watch the videos, you'd be less confused. So I'd recommend that. So what really just like tanked my grade, I guess, was like the mastery quizzes. And mastery quizzes are basically like these quizzes where you have to like, there's this one problem, right, and it has like 3 questions in the problem, like part A, part B, part C, and you have to get every single thing right in the mastery quiz, everything right in that question to get the point. And there was like 7 questions, and you have to like get everything in the question right to get the point. If you got a 5, then that's how you could earn some sort of score. Like if you got a 4 or below, then you got a 0. But if you got a 5, you got like the 5 for your grade, and it was 7% of your grade per mastery quiz, so it was just like every point you missed was just like 1% of your grade just dropped. So basically I started aiming for a 5. Like, I'm sorry, like I could not be bothered to come there, like, and it was like we had like we could open the quiz like twice a day, so like basically it would be like, if you really wanted to get that high score, then it was like you would have to come every single day, like every single site, like you'd have to be there a lot, like you would have to take the quiz, at least for me I would have had to take the quiz like 14 times just to potentially get that like 5 or 6. I feel like in the beginning of the year, like I did not like make the score till like the very end, because like I was low-key like failing after failing after failing, and then eventually like the teacher emailed me and he was like, oh yeah, we have office hours, because like, you know, whatever. And then I just went to office hours and then I immediately passed. And so there was that, but I could not be bothered to just like keep going in, so I just took the 5 and I kept pushing. I think I got a 6 once, and that was it. In that class, I got a B minus. I kept it pushing because it was just like I was fine with the B minus. Like, you know what I mean? Like, in fact, I thought I was gonna get a C plus, but I guess I didn't, because I don't know, something happened. Like, I had like a grade calculator, and I guess I did more homework than I thought. Like, actually, I did all the homework, but like, I guess I got more right on the homework than I thought I did. I think I said like 80%, but I guess it was like more like 90%. So basically, so that's my pre-calc class. It was very simple, very easy, very just like, as long as you put in the work, you're gonna get a good score. But it was the masteries that would get you. Because if you got like a 4, then you'd actually be screwed. Like, there were reopen ticks at the end, but whatever. Then there was my intro to African studies class. So basically this teacher, oh yeah, plus I liked the teacher that I had in my math class. Like, he was very helpful. He was just like very much just like, you went to office hours and you were just gonna pass that mastery. Like, that was just like the key to passing mastery. Just like go to office hours, he would explain it well. He was just like very nice, very open to teaching. He was just like obviously good at it, which I guess like most teachers just like are, because like, I don't know, they just have those skills. And I feel like because he was a math teacher, like I have to also like say this, I feel like another problem within the just like college, just like education system, is the fact that I feel like some teachers are just there because they are trying to research something, but like they can't research something without just like being a teacher or something. Okay, they can't be a teacher without like they can't research something without being a teacher, so like they kind of just like are forced to do it, and so like they do it and it's like they don't enjoy it. They don't just like they don't like a math teacher. Like, obviously if you went to the math thing, if you went through your PhD or just like whatever degree that professors have depending on your thing, whatever, if you went through all that and you chose the math field, you kind of know that you're not doing any research, at least I think. Like, you kind of just like went into it thinking, okay, I'm going to teach, like that's just like whatever. Like, it's just like, unless you're just like going through like actual fields or something, but like most of them, they like, if they are in the teaching profession, then they came into like the degree knowing that like they want to be a teacher. That's all that matters. So like at least I think that's why he was just like a really helpful teacher versus the Greek teacher. But yeah, there was that. So yeah, then the intro to African studies class, I had at first in that class I was so confused. Wait, okay, let's talk about the class structure. So there's way too much reading in that class. I'm not gonna lie, I did not do most of the readings because like it was way too much. Like, I think it was just like 100 pages of reading per week. Like, it was in fact more than 100 pages of reading a week. I think it was probably like 150 pages of readings, because it would like, you would have to read from the book and then you'd also have to read from like a bunch of online sources, and it's just like, it was too much. I didn't do any readings unless I had an essay due, and it's just like low-key this little class, I'm not gonna lie, I was a lazy person. I was lazy for this class. Low-key, like I don't know how I got the grade I did. Actually I do, because I was a hard worker. Whatever, like I would answer questions. Like, I was interested in this class, but I also just like, I don't know, I did a couple of things that which was like a little whatever. So basically in this class we just like had a bunch of writing assignments, but like the writing assignments were like 3 pages. Like the Greek class, it was like one paper was 3 pages, then another paper like 6 pages, and then one page was 4, then 6, and then we got to 8 pages. But this class, it was just like consistently 3 pages until the last one, which is 5 to 6 pages. So basically we would just like have these topics, and we'd talk about like African issues, and then we would just like basically just like have a essay about like our, I guess, thoughts on it, and just like use the evidence in like the readings to just like back up our opinion. So basically the class was very easy. Like the first essay I got a C, and that's why I was kind of just like, oh my gosh, like did my high school just like not prepare me? But like by the second, like he gave such good notes on my essay, like and he had good notes like literally every time. Actually no, he didn't have really notes after that, but like after the first time around, I completely understood what he was saying. Like he said like, oh yeah, this essay is more of a just like what's happening within the book. Okay, it was like more of a what's happening in the book versus just like a argumentative essay. Like it wasn't like yeah, it didn't have a thesis. It was just like more like, oh, this is basically what happens in the book and whatever. It was a summary, and like he just like gave me really good notes. I started to improve like every single essay I improved with, because again, he was very clear about like what he wanted. Like it's like, I don't know, he like when you read like the things, then like maybe it would just like, I don't know, give you different vibes, because it's just like, I don't know, like it would give off like the way that the assignments were written, it would sound like he was asking you for just like not even an essay, but just like a informational thing. But at the same time, like by the end of the class, it was just like, it was perfectly fine. He explained exactly what he wanted, and so it was just like, it was very easy, and I just like really liked the class. I'm taking a class by him next semester, Black churches. What else? What else? This class was on Mondays and Wednesdays, and it was from 2:30 to 4 o'clock. So like the classes were longer, so like I can't lie, I had to be on my laptop like the whole time, because like I was just like so bored. Like it's like it would be like fine sometimes, and I would like get some things and I would like really like it, but then sometimes it was just like, I don't know, a boring class. And there were just like way too many just things, so I didn't do much. But anyways, so there was that. What else? Um what is it? But yeah, he was very clear. Like by the end, I think I got like a really good score. I can't lie, in that like last essay I bombed it. Like I don't know, I got 17 out of 20, which I low-key, I'm just like, okay. Like he was very much like a person who graded based off of the rubric. Like everything that the like rubric said, it's like you were getting that score based on that. Like it wasn't like he was like, oh, you deserve whatever grade on this. It was just like what the rubric said, you got it. And like if for example, like in my was called, no, I remember what I was trying to say for my classical Greek class. Like one of the scores was for like grammar, and like in the what's called Intro to African Studies class, I got like 5s on the grammar, because like obviously, like, you know, I mean, the grammar is good. Like I made sure to just like put it through like spell checkers and just like whatever, so like it was good. Versus like that class where it was just like this grammar would be bad, like I wouldn't get like as good of a score, but it was just like the grammar is clearly just like, when I say grammar, I mean like no spelling mistakes, like, and like maybe a comma might not be there, like whatever. But yeah, so like it was like very much like that. So like no matter what, I was gonna get like those 5 points, and then it was just like, I don't know. I ended that class with a A-. It was a very simple class. I can't lie, I stopped doing the readings, as I said. Like in college, I feel like you have to pick and choose. Like if you physically don't have to do something, then it's just like I just didn't do it, because like why would I do something that I don't have to do? So then what else class? Then the last class of this video is my German class. This class is I have a love-hate relationship with the language. I like the teacher, I hate the subject. So basically, in this class we had to do like what is it, there was 4 classes a day. Every single day there was an assignment that we had to do. Yeah, every single day there was an assignment. Okay, yeah, every single day there was an assignment. The assignment was like 1 to 2 hours, no, like 1.5 hours a day. So it was like a lot of work, but at the same time, like, the class was very easy. I don't know, like, the teacher was a very good grader. He was actually like the best teacher I've had this semester. Like, he was very passionate about his like German learning stuff, and he was just like, he was always just like helping, and he was always just like giving grace. Like, there's this thing where it was like, if you got at least a 7 on the test or whatever, you would just like get the full points, and you could also retake the test. In fact, this teacher was like overly easy, like, which I'm just like, I'm happy about. Like, I would never complain about something like that, but like, obviously I tried it every time, but like, as long as you submitted things, as long as you just like tried in class, you were gonna pass. So he was just like very passionate about it. Like, he was just like such a good teacher. Like, the oral exams, like, I was always scared about those because it was just like, I don't know how to speak German, like, or anything like that, but like, he was just like always helpful. He was always just like whatever, and I passed everything, and it was very good. I ended the class with an A. Again, it was like the simplest class. Like, I thought that I would like just like fail that class, but like, I don't know, he made it very simple, and I'm just like glad I had a teacher like that. So there's that. He was just like a good teacher. I don't know what to say about it. And so yeah, that's all there is to it. Anyways, but yeah, that's all there is to it. He was a good teacher, and he was a very nice teacher. Like, I honestly like have never seen anything like that like before. Like, especially like during college, when it's just like these teachers are just like, oh yeah, plus, oh, I forgot to say the thing about the Intro to African Studies teacher. When I first came into the class, okay, and I guess also like the German class. When I first came into like the Intro to African Studies class, I was so scared, like, because the things like the teacher was like, it was like overly complicated. It's especially like when you're just coming out of high school and you're just like coming to this class. Like, I was sitting down like, oh my gosh, what's happening? Like, what's happening? Like, he was like, I don't know, it was very complex stuff, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna fail. Like, even like my Greek teacher was doing the same thing, and it's just like, guys, like, you know what I mean? Like, can we just like put this in a little simpler terms? Like, this, that's why I say like a lot of the times, like, these teachers, like, I don't know, they aren't coming here, they are doing research, and it's just like teaching is a part of the just like, I don't know, package. Then for my, what is it, non-German class, the German class, the first time I walked into that class, I was so scared because like the teacher was just like speaking pure German, and I was sitting down, and I really went out of the classroom and like looked at the numbers just to see if I was in the right classroom, and then he's like, oh yeah, no, this is the right class. But like, I don't know, that scared me. Like, I don't know, they were clearly just trying to scare me. Like, I was like, oh my gosh, guys. But anyways, yeah, so like, honestly, this semester was fine, except for that Greek class. Everything was fine. I think I got like the score I wanted, except for that Greek class. Like, I truly, like, if second semester I ever see something like that again, I'm truly just gonna like reroute the, like, whatever, I'm truly just gonna like completely leave, because like I can't do something like this anymore. So yeah, thanks for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.